41. I finally get to it. I glance, I see the door is cracked open. Screen is closed, but the door is cracked. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, whew. Now I'm nervous, yo. I'm like, yo, they took her. Some Liam Neeson shit, you know what I'm saying? Good luck. And that's how I'm feeling. I'm like, oh, it's about to go down. So I'm talking to myself, hyping myself up like, yo, you might have to really get somebody up out of there, bro. So now it's not even I'm doing this because I care about the girl. I'm doing this because I want to be in a newspaper as a hero. Local man saves woman from kidnapping attempt. That's what I'm trying to be on, right? Welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of Mike Murphy with your narrator, comedian Mike Murphy. Hey, before we go any further, please do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Like, share, comment, tell a friend and tell a friend. Any way that you can help contribute to growing the audience on my channel, I greatly appreciate it because I said it before, I'll say it again. Without you, there is no me. In today's episode, I'm going to take y'all back to 2020 when a female friend of mine asked me to check on another female friend of hers because she thought the girl's life was in danger and her mom was worried. It ended up going super left. I busted in the crib on some John Wick type shit, and it was crazy, right? So this is what happened. In October of 2019, I flew to LA for a wedding. One of my closest friends, Quan, was getting married. He was having it out here, technically in San Diego, but I was staying in LA for the first 2 days. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna link out with my homegirl. I ain't seen her in a minute. We're gonna go get drinks, kick it, chill, you know what I'm saying? She's like a sister to me. So she like, yeah, bet, we'll do that. The night we supposed to go out, she like, man, I can't make it. My boyfriend's sick. I got to take him back, nurse him back to health. And you know how dudes be when we be sick. It's the end of the world. So as soon as she said he's sick and he need me, I said, yeah, it's over. He not letting you leave the crib. He in there like a baby, bundled up. He need care and attention. So I'm like, handle that. I'm going to just chill. And she's like, nah, but I got a friend. I'll plug you in with her. She can show you around. She live out here too. I'm like, yo, she cool with, you know what I mean? She's like, yeah, she cool as hell. Now I have no expectations. I'm not trying to beat none of that. I'm just thinking like, yo, show me around. Let's have a good time. Enjoy my 2 nights in LA before I drive to San Diego. She's like, bet. So I link with the shorty. She's like, yo, we could do X, Y, Z, whatever. I'm like, well, you pick. I just want to have fun. I'm here for, 2 nights. She's like, all right, we'll go to the GS Sports Bar. Now at this time, I think it was on Manchester, but now it's on Crenshaw. Either way, both spots, you should try it out as fire. It's one of the, if you black and you in LA and you want to go to a nice spot to vibe, GS Sports Bar on Crenshaw is dope. So anyway, she's like, meet me here. It's right up the street from my hotel. I'm like, oh, bet. We get there or whatever. And I remember thinking like, yo, she really like a cool person because when you meet chicks, even though we wasn't on meeting on some like date hookup type thing, she ordered garlic parm wings, like a 12-piece, and she was just... breath was kicking like kung fu, bro. She had the Bruce Lee breath. She eating these wings. She don't care. Grease all on her face. She wasn't trying to eat like all petite and nah. She was like, nah, these wings is fire. Sucking the meat off the bone. That shit's crazy. So I was like, oh, I fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? She ain't, on no bougie shit. So we chilling at the GS enjoying ourselves. They got live music, right? Sometimes they have jazz bands, this, that, whatever. I'm enjoying the experience. Now, it do seem like there's a lot of gang members or affiliates of a gang in there, but I'm cool. I've been around that kind of shit all my life. I ain't nervous. I'm kicking the wire. We chilling. So I didn't notice at the time, but I found out later, there was a dude that went viral for singing the Patty's Pie song. Big dude, right? Happens to be gay, right? Now, I didn't know he went viral for that, but him and his boys was on stage singing like live music. They was killing too. I'm like, bro, they can really sing. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying it. Me and her eating, watching them sing, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, that's the dude from the Patty's Pies. I'm like, what are you talking about? She pulled up the video on YouTube. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, it makes sense now. Boom. So I don't know what was going on, but there was a dude sitting like front row, him and his lady. And he was like, yeah. That F word could sing. Was calling him all kind of like homophobic slurs. And I guess he wasn't saying it real loud at first. And the dude was like, biting his tongue and not saying nothing. But he had one too many, you know what I'm saying, called him a word that rhymed with drag. And he just stopped the music. Hey, man, I'll fuck you up, homeboy. All that I like dude shit was out the window. He said he was from like I don't want to get this messed up. He said like two blocks in South Central, like I'm from Western and Normandy or some shit like that let you know I'm with this shit. He was talking crazy to dude. I come off the stage. He was threatening with some prison type sex. Dude was like, nah, I ain't mean it like that. Dude's getting sunned in front of his girl because he talking crazy about the gay dude. I'm like, bro, because he's gay don't mean he can't put hands on you. That nigga like 300 pounds, bro. Yeah, beat the brakes off you. You better chill. I'm sitting there with Shorty. She's like, this is getting exciting. She was cool as hell. We joking around like, oh, bet. So that's a little caveat for the story. Shout out my man that went viral for the Patty's Pie song. I remember that night he was about to beat dude up for calling you out your name. I fuck with that though, because he was wilding. So anyways, we leave out the GS. She's like, yeah, what you about to do? I'm like, I'm just about to go back to the room or whatever. She's like, all right, well, I'm trying to come chill with you or whatever. I'm thinking like, oh, I never got these vibes that she want to let me pipe something. We was just cool in there. I'm like, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. That's probably not a good idea. She's like, why? I'm like, because my man who's photographing the wedding he's staying in the room with me. We just got one room. Cause me and dude was just hanging together. And I'm like, bro, I got a room. You can just stay with me instead of getting your own room in San Diego. So we're like, cool. She's like, oh, all right. I'm like, I'll come to you though. She's like, nah, I can't. She lived in Long Beach and I didn't know she was renting a room out. I didn't even know that was a thing in LA. So when she's renting a room from a stranger, I'm thinking, what is this? The stranger lives there too. I didn't know that was going on in LA, but that's why I couldn't come to Long Beach to see her. So I'm like, all right, it's all good. You know what I mean? I had a good time or whatever. I'm about to move out here, so we'll catch up. She's like, all right, bet. I leave. I'm pulling into the hotel like 6 minutes later. She calls me, man, fuck it. Send me the address. I'm going to come through. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Give her the address. She pull up, right? So we in bed home. My man Quentin sleep. He knocked out, snoring like a bear, right? So we in the bed just chilling or whatever, just laid up. She don't seem like she trying to let me hit nothing, but she just chilling or whatever. So then I start doing a little rubs, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what it's heading for. I'm trying to see what that be like. So as I'm like rubbing on her thigh and stuff, she letting it slide. I'm like, oh yeah, it's on. So I start pulling the panties off, all this, you know what I'm saying? Now my drink like, I'm ready to rock. She's like, yo, I can't. I'm like, oh man, all right, cool. She's like, I'm on my period. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, shorty, why would you be wanting to cuddle me? Yo, I'm tight. I want to make her leave on some, I'm going to keep it 100. I don't usually be on that type time, but I was ready to be like, nah, you got to go. Because you could have just stayed home. Like, what did you come here for? We don't even know each other like that to be cuddling. So she's like, you know what? I got you. Goes under the covers, knock that hawk to her, right? She's getting to it. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. She do that. I finish in the, you know what I'm saying? She consumed, my thing and lay back down and go to bed. Like, puts my arm around her. I'm like, oh shit, all right, cool. Gets up in the morning, dips. I don't hear from that girl ever again. Like, I never talked to her again. Like, I never hit her up. She never hit me up. Like, oh, I had fun. Nothing. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Fast forward a couple of months, I'm about to move to LA. I'm talking to my homegirl on the phone that introduced me to her. And she brings girly up for some reason, like, yeah, so-and-so, whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, how's she been though? She's like, oh yeah, she's cool. I'm like, yeah, tell her I said hi, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see her when I come back. And she's like, no, Mike. I'm like, what you mean, no, Mike? She's like, it ain't happening. I'm like, what's not happening? She was like, you don't have a chance with her. Like, basically, she's just not into you. She's not feeling you. I'm like, well, why you say that? What makes you think that? And she was like, I mean, because like I brought, she never brought you up. Like I brought her, she never brought you up after that date. So I asked her and she just was like, I mean, it was cool, whatever, ain't no big deal. Like she just ain't feeling you. I'm like, is that all she said? She was like, yeah, she just said like, you're not really her type. Like she ain't, you know what I mean? The night was okay. It wasn't nothing really to write home about. And now I'm offended. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, she sucked me off. What are you talking about? Talking about I can't get her. She ain't into me. She was like, what? I'm like, yeah, nigga, what do you mean? Talking about I'm not her type. Nigga, she gave me brain that I didn't even ask for. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe she would do that. She's out here telling me like she wasn't into you, this, that, and third. I'm like, dad, man, like, nah, don't try to play me. I'm one of them people, like, you don't try to play me. She could have just said like, oh yeah, he's cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Try to spin me like, what? I'm thinking like, yo, you probably felt the way because I didn't call you after that. Nah, don't try to do that. So my homegirl hits her up. Yo, what's going on? Mike said that. She was like, oh yeah. Then she tries to tell my homegirl, like, oh, I only did that because his pipe was little. That's what she says, right? My homegirl was like, yo, get the fuck out of here with that. I ain't never met a chick in my life that was getting ready to do the deed, seen his meat was little, and then was like, yeah, I don't want to let you hit, but I'll wig you off. Yeah, right. Like, you just mad that he didn't call you after that. Like, you out here got me looking stupid. I'm talking to him, defending you, acting like he doing some creep shit with you. So she finally was like, yeah, I felt crazy. He didn't call me back. Like, I felt the way about that. Da, da, da. She's younger, so she, I guess she ain't handle it right. I'm like, yeah, don't ever play me, right? So fast forward, I'm living out in LA now. My homegirl, her and her dude get into it. He kicks her out right before COVID. So she don't got nowhere to stay. I'm like, you can stay with me till you find a place. Long story short, everything shuts down because of the world. She's stuck with me now. Not stuck, but I'm like, well, you ain't got nowhere to go. You can, kick your hair. So because of that, the girl starts coming over to visit her more. So I would see her like, oh, hey, what's up? And we wasn't at no beef or nothing. We was cool, whatnot. So that was that. So one day I'm getting ready to go to the gym. And no. Let me take it back. Sorry, that's not what happened. So I move out here. My homegirl still staying with her boyfriend. I'm at my spot or whatever. And girlie be around, but I hadn't seen her yet. Like, I hadn't talked to her, none of that. So my homegirl only knows that girl because that girl's mom and my homegirl are friends. But the girl's mom's a little older, so she's like kind of a mentor. So she's like, yo, my daughter's out there. Could you look after her? So my homegirl's like, yeah, I got her. So they kind of got cool like that, but there is a big age gap in between them. So it's like big sister, little sister dynamic or whatever. So one day the girl goes on a date. And this is right before COVID. And the girl goes on a date with a dude, tells her mom, like, yeah, I'm going out on a date. I'll talk to you tomorrow or whatever. Now, what I found out later is that girl talks to her mom like 3-4 times a day. She goes on a date with dude, and her mom don't hear from her at all the next day. Her mom is in North Carolina, worried. Oh my God, where's my baby girl? She's blowing my homegirl like, yo, could you please check on so-and-so? She's like, I can't. I'm in the middle of doing hair. Like, I got clients lined up. Like, I can't leave what I'm doing. Like, I'm working. She's like, oh, you got to, something's wrong with her. I've been calling her phone. She didn't call me all day. She went out with some dude. She said she wasn't sure if it was going to go well or not, yada, 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 all this, right? She's like, look, let me call my friend. He's ex-military. Maybe he'll go check on her. So she calls me, yo, could you go check on so-and-so? Here's the address. Just wait for a car to drive through the apartment complex so you can follow behind the car because I don't know the gate code. This is her parking spot. See if her car is there. Just make sure she's okay. Knock on her door. This is the apartment number. I'm like, all right, man. I was on my way to the gym, which happens to be right around the corner from where girlie live at. So I was like, all right, I'll go. Now, in my head, I never considered how much danger I may possibly be putting myself in by doing this if something did happen to her. But as a man, as a veteran, as somebody who's get active when it's time, I don't think I cared. I thought, I wish something would happen. I'm going to go full ape shit on somebody. So I pull up to the apartment complex, and I didn't even have to wait for a car to go in because a car went in right before I got there. I drive right through the gate. I park. I'm looking for the parking spot. I see her car, right? Now her car is parked all crooked into the parking spot. And I'm like, damn, and the light was on, like the dome light, like one of the doors was cracked. I'm like, oh, bro. Now I'm automatically thinking, the sensors is going off. She's in danger. So I start getting my bearings together like, all right, I'm going to have to do something to somebody. Let's go. So I walk up to the steps, and the apartment she lived in was kind of like one of those motel. Out in LA, there are a lot of them. It's like a motel vibe. When you walk outside, you're right out, just outside. You know what I mean? And there's this apartment doors all along the walkway, but you're just right outside. So I go up the steps. I'm looking at the addresses, whatever, 36, 37, 38. I'm looking for whatever the number is, 41. I finally get to it. I glance. I see the door is cracked open. Screen is closed, but the door is cracked. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, whew. Now I'm nervous, yo. I'm like, yo, they took her. Some Liam Neeson shit, you know what I'm saying? Good luck. And that's how I'm feeling. I'm like, oh, it's about to go down. So I'm talking to myself, hyping myself up like, yo, you might have to really get somebody up out of there, bro. So now it's not even I'm doing this because I care about the girl. I'm doing this because I want to be in a newspaper as a hero. Local man saves woman from kidnapping attempt. That's what I'm trying to be on, right? I'm trying to get my name in the news. Comedian turned hero, you know what I'm saying? Some Batman shit, right? So I get there, I open the screen door slow, and when I see the door, I kind of put my elbow on it like I'm gonna turn in on some SWAT team shit. So when I go to peek in the door, I see 4 sets of feet hanging off the bed right in the doorway. Like there's a bed in whatever I guess is the living room, but I see 4 sets of feet hanging off the bed, like how they was on Paid in Full when they tried to kill Ace and his aunt, and they shot him on a bed. That's how it looked. In my head, I was walking in on that. I see feet dangling off, bodies on the bed. Oh shit, this is crazy. So I boom, hit open the door. I walk in. She kind of pops up like, yo, what are you doing here? Are you stalking me? Bitch, what? Now, this is the first time I've seen Shorty since the Hawk Tua situation. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even seen her since. She says, are you stalking me? I said, man, wake your ass up, man. Your mom is worried about you. Done called your phone 40 million times. She done hit so-and-so up. Like, she worried about you. You went on a date and ain't talked to her. Like, get up, your ass up. Dude kind of looking at me crazy. He had some dirty ass Vans on. And I remember thinking to myself, she made me so mad thinking that you brained me up. I deaded you after that. You lied and told my friend something that wasn't true because you was mad at how I handled it. And you think that I'm stalking you? The fuck is wrong with you, shorty? I want to snap. And I was so mad that she was acting like that, I wanted him to say something so I could take it out on him. He didn't say shit. He didn't even roll over. He just looked at me and went back to sleep. She's like, oh my God, I'm fine. Like, my mom is doing the most. I said, man, call her right now, man. This bullshit. Boosh. And I remember walking to the car thinking, yo, how's she living in a place where the fucking bed is right in as soon as you open up the goddamn door? She was staying in an efficiency. I didn't know what an efficiency was. This is the first time experiencing that. Walk in, TV, bed, everything right there, kitchen. I said, this is not okay. And if you think I'm ever stalking a bitch that living in an efficiency, you're out of your goddamn mind. Fuck is wrong with you, shorty? You know, Hawk Tua me. I put you on D&D, never even talk to you again, and you think I'm stalking you? Are you crazy? Fuck is wrong with you? So I leave. I call her mom. Hey, Miss So-and-so. Oh my God. Yo, your daughter, cool. She's laid up with dudes. She gonna call you. She's like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm like, yeah, all right. Like, I want to talk crazy to the mom about the daughter. Like, don't ever in your life ask me to do no shit like this. Man, your daughter out of pocket, man. She out here being a little hoe, and y'all got me going on these John Wick missions and shit. So I hit my homegirl like, yo, man, don't ever ask me to do no shit like that again. I tell her what happened. She's crying and laughing. Oh my God, thank you, Mike. Like that, she said that. She really said you were stalking her. I say, yo, man, it ain't funny, man. Like, why the fuck would she think I'm stalking her, bro? Like, what is wrong with you? She was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm sorry, Mike. Like, I just wanted to make sure she was all right. I couldn't check on her. You know, that girl be wild. And so I was like, all right, man, it's cool, dog. But don't do that shit no more, dog. Cause she got me tight. So then fast forward, COVID happens. And then my homegirl, I said her and her boyfriend fall out. He puts her out. She comes to stay with me. All the apartment showings get canceled. So now that girl was coming over to the crib a lot more to hang because that's her friend. So I'm seeing her and I'm thinking like, I gotta beat at least once since she is running her mouth. I got the Hawk Tua again a couple times, but never beat again. And that was just that. I don't know what she's doing now, where she's at. We cool, but at that moment, I felt like, don't ever in your life play me. Yo, don't ever. You tried it too many times. I don't want you, shorty, stop acting like that. Tomorrow I'm not stalking you. I'm getting mad right now thinking about it. But anyways, yeah, that's a story, man, how I went to go do some John Wick shit for a shorty I thought was about to be on some taken sex trafficking mission and end up being just, she got caught up and got dickmatized and deaded her mom for 24 hours and had everybody worried. So, yeah, man. Before we get out of here, do me a favor, man. Please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, tell a friend and tell a friend. Any way that you can help contribute to growing the audience on my channel, I greatly appreciate it. Because I said it before, I'll say it again. Without you, there is no me, and I'm forever thankful for that, man. So until next time, man, y'all be safe. These are the Chronicles of Mike Murphy.